I think when you're talking about multi-device, the future of publishing is very much along the lines of a responsive design. I think that if you're looking at web platforms, websites will have to become device agnostic. So be in a position where both the advertising as well as the site itself is designed to respond to the screen width and type of device that it's being viewed on. At the moment, I would say viewability is probably the biggest challenge facing the online market. Viewability is very much a core metric that everyone's now wanting to buy on. The issue is it's very much a minimal kind of measure of are my ads seen rather than how long are they being seen for, or how much attention am I really getting, which is what the economists believe people are looking for. Not just are my ads seen, but are they seen next to quality content? And I think that's where you'll see the shift there. I think viewability, getting people to measure it correctly, is going to be the next few months, and I think you'll see over the next while overcoming that hurdle of how long am my ads seen for. I think that the market has got carried away with large, high-impact, rich media creatives that take incredibly long to load. They take a lot of users' data, particularly on mobile devices. The fact of the matter is ad blocking is kind of a result of us just serving up anything and everything. We're very strict in terms of our editorial guidelines, making sure that we don't serve user-invasive ads. The issue you have is obviously the wider web has, and you end up with this issue of ad blocking. So what we kind of need is a standard in terms of how light file sizes should be, how ads should respond in different environments, and how to make advertising less invasive to the user. If we can get it right to get a standard across the board that we don't serve ads that annoy our users, I don't think they'll even consider ad blockers. I think at the moment, obviously the programmatic space is growing massively. There's the introduction of kind of non-RTB programmatic through programmatic guaranteed and the likes, as well as obviously the ever-expanding SSPs and the technologies they offer. Really, if you want to get in touch with the future, you've got to make sure you've got a programmatic solution in place. Good question. So, I mean, Google and Facebook are always going to be your scale players, right? A traditional publisher isn't going to match them on that. I think where they come in is very much a search-related campaigns or direct response campaigns where people are kind of just reaching as many users as they can with some data that they have. I think where traditional publishers come into play, and publishers like us who are premium publishers, we represent a niche in the market, someone very specific. And I think it's about differentiating the value of our particular niche premium audience on a site where you know that the users are engaged. We've got engaging content, and we can show that users are spending time with that. And I think that's the difference, is you've got this kind of high impact branding opportunity of a traditional premium publisher, and then you've got the scale scattershot, if you will, of the Googles and Facebooks, just trying to make sure you reach as many people that are in your target demographic as possible. A successful digital publisher, I think, is someone who is going to be able to adapt to the market, that's going to be able to take into account all the kind of previous questions you've asked, the viewability, the shift to mobile devices, making sure that they have content not only for the older generation, for someone like us who's been a publisher from 1843, where we're writing in that old news style format, but also having stuff like bite-sized content, and making sure that we're engaging the new generation as well. So I think really it's an ever-evolving market. What's going to make a successful publisher in 5 years? I couldn't tell you, because in this rate 5 years could be completely different to what we're talking about now. But I definitely say focus on viewability, making sure your programmatic solutions are in place. is a good start.